Ever tried to use a massive, beautiful hall reverb, only to have it completely swallow your drums or blur your vocals? It's the classic mixing dilemma. You want that huge ambient space, but you need your main elements to stay punchy and clear. What if I told you there's a simple feature that lets you have your gigantic reverb without sacrificing any of your mix clarity? The secret is a technique called reverb ducking, and the WaveArt's MasterVerb 7 makes it almost too easy. Let's dive into a session to see this in action. Here I have a dry drum loop, and I'm sending it to an auxiliary track loaded with MasterVerb 7. I've dialed in a massive hall reverb with a decay time of around 4 seconds. Now let's switch to the detailed view in MasterVerb 7. This is where the magic happens, specifically in the ducking compressor section. Ducking is essentially a smart compressor that detects the incoming signal and temporarily turns down the reverb while the signal is playing. The key setting is your threshold, which determines how loud the incoming signal has to be to trigger the ducking. I'm going to pull the threshold down until the loudest drum hits trigger the compression. Next is the ratio, which controls how much the reverb is attenuated. A ratio of about 4:1 is a great starting point for aggressive ducking on drums. Finally, the attack and release times are critical for a natural sound. I'll use a fast attack, maybe around 5 to 10 milliseconds, so the reverb ducks immediately when the drum hits. Then a slightly slower release, maybe 200 to 300 milliseconds, so the reverb smoothly swells back up in the spaces between the hits. Listen to that difference. The drums are clean and punchy, but the huge reverb tail still fills the gaps, giving us the best of both worlds. This technique is even more vital for vocals. Let's switch over to this lead vocal track, which has a similar massive plate reverb on ascend. Without ducking, the reverb washes out the consonants, making the lyrics hard to understand. I'll apply the same principles, setting the threshold to catch the main vocal phrases. For vocals, I might dial back the ratio to something like 2:1 for a more gentle attenuation. This subtle ducking ensures the reverb is pulled just below the vocal, making the direct signal easier to process and hear. This is truly the easiest way to dial in a mix-friendly ambient effect, all thanks to that simple ducking compressor built right in to MasterVerb 7. So the next time you're struggling to make a large reverb work in a dense mix, don't reach for a separate sidechain compressor. Just open up the detailed view of WaveArt's MasterVerb 7. By correctly setting the threshold, ratio, and release time in the ducking section, you can confidently use the biggest spaces imaginable and still have a pristine, clear mix. It is the definitive solution to clarity versus space. If you found this tip helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more practical mixing tutorials just like this one. If you want more in-depth video tutorials on mixing and production, be sure to check out StreamworksAudio.com. See you next time.